to the page that we were just looking at, which is the who we are, the instructors, right? We go back to the instructions for more information. There we go. See beforehand, or that must be on another page where this is not clickable. We want to click. We want all these things to be working really, really easily. So there's that. And if I click on that, it should open up my email program, but it's not. It's opening up my email program. Okay, that's good. So my question is, though, what do people do who don't use Thunderbird or Internet Explorer, whatever the Windows application is? What about people who use online, like Yahoo, yourself, Yahoo, or Gmail? Does that open up a Yahoo or Gmail window so that they can send out their mail? The point for this is that you have two problems here. First of all, once your SEO is working, once your search engine optimization, this is terrible. Once your search engine optimization is working, Google's going to send out spiders and you're going to get spam coming into here because people have your email address. What would you prefer to have would be a contact form. Let me see if I have that on my website. And I don't. So let's find another website. And this one will have a contact form. Contacts. That's another website. So, and what you have is the opportunity to click through and people can just type it in. So they don't have to go into their own email program. There are advantages and disadvantages. And what you see here is my email address, but it's in a non-readable form. So if a computer robot comes or a spider comes and checks out my site, he can take that, but he can't understand that to be an email address. The difference is if I do this and have everything written out for it, then the spider reads this, says, aha, it's an email address, collects it, and then puts it into a spam. Spammers can put that very easily into their spam lists, and then you're getting a whole bunch of crap you don't want. So going back to your site, those are your two things that are qualifying you. And I would also like to see some more bullets here. Put it into quick bullets, right? And offer deeper information on other sites that can verify who Gary Hay is. So if he won these tournaments, where did I read that? There was a page here somewhere where it said that he had won some tournaments this year. There's going to be newspaper articles about that. Most newspapers are publishing things online. So either you have news. Where's your news? You did have news page, right? So on your news page, not just the things that you're doing, which is great, but you know what? I bet that the Oakville Beaver had a write-up about this. Would that not be the case? You want to put that on there. You want to put, hey, have a read what the Oakville Beaver wrote about this, and have a read about, and these are things that you can be doing very well on your blog as well. So every time that you get mentioned in any kind of a media, especially that's online, you want to make sure that you have a short blurb about, hey, there was a really nice write-up in the Oakville Beaver about this, and we're really pleased, and whatever. You also, if it's only in print media, you want to take that and you want to scan it and put a picture of it on there and say, we were so pleased to be there, and unfortunately they don't have an online, but just to show you, they did mention us and we were really happy about that. That's one thing. Does Community Living Oakville have a link? Do they have a website? Then make this a clickable link. So that would click, if somebody clicks on there, that would click to them. And that would be great. Also, is George Hastings, I don't know who he is he on Facebook? Is there, is George Hastings, I don't know. He may be, he may not be. But this is a social thing. If he's on Facebook, let's say that's him, it's probably not. New York City, North Carolina. So if he was on Facebook, then all of his friends are on Facebook, and a lot of them are going to be local. So what you're doing is, if you write up here and say something about, at George Hastings won the tournament closest to the hole, and have fun at the game tonight. compliments of, and then hey, Golf Academy, for example, right? Then you're giving this information out. What happens when I hit that share button, which I'm not going to do because this is my Facebook page. If I hit that share button, it's going to tell all of George Hastings' friends that, hey, Golf Academy is sending him to the hockey game. Isn't that cool? And these people might say, well, what the heck is Hey Golf Academy? And so they go and they click through and they become friends of your website because of your fan page on Facebook, because you're using fan page on Facebook to give away regular free tips on how to keep fit, or what kind of, Heather could be doing, what kind of exercises could you be doing during the winter to ensure that you're still up to par once the season starts in the summer or in the spring, for example. So what you're doing is you're banking on the fact that George Hastings, or whoever, happens to win anything that you're involved with, that George Hastings has friends who are local on Facebook. And if you're thinking, I don't know who George Hastings is, and he looks like he's a bit older, the fastest growing demographic in Facebook are aged 50 to 60-year-old people. So chances are that some of the people you're golfing with, some of the adult men, females that you're golfing with, are going to be on Facebook. They're going to be connecting with their friends. They might be sharing recipes. They might be sharing golf tips. They might be looking at getting their hockey news, whatever, but this is where they're hanging out, and their friends are hanging out there too. So basically what you're doing is you're reaching George Hastings' friends without having him go around and blast it. It's very, very powerful, and we can talk about that. I know you have issues with Facebook, and there are dangers to it, but there are also good things, and I would recommend that you consider working and understanding at least how it works and using that to your advantage. So this